Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Powkiddy G5. This is the latest and greatest emulation console from the folks over at Powkiddy. Now, Powkiddy is really kind of known for their handheld emulation devices. This time they're doing a portable Android console, so this way you can move it around, put it behind a TV, inside an arcade cabinet, do whatever your little heart's desire. Packaging, you just got your basic HDMI game box gamepad, unlimited 3D games, and just some really weird verbiage all around. Nothing really to write home about, it's just a standard box. Let's go ahead and open the box and see what we have inside. Open it up, and lo and behold, we got some wired PlayStation 2 style controllers. If you've ever seen these things before, you know exactly what to expect. But these are a little bit different than standard because they're wired. Let's see how long of a cable we get. Looks to be about 6 foot in length. Buttons are mushy. Not exactly the best, but that's the great thing about this type of thing is if you don't like these controllers, you don't have to use them because this thing will support various different USB peripherals and controllers. So let's go ahead and get it out of the package, a little plastic wrap. And as you can see, it's got a nice little small cube design, a little bit raised up there in the center, little gamepad logo. Let's go ahead and look and examine the ports. So we've got the 2 USB ports right there. So again, you can plug in USB controllers, joysticks, game pads, fight pads. You got your Ethernet port, you got your HDMI out, you got your audio jack out, you got your micro SD card slot, and this is expandable up to 256 gigabyte. Let's see what this one has in it. Looks like we got a 32 gigabyte one pre-installed with the games. This did come preloaded with games. And then we got our power port as well. Inside the package, what else we got in the box? So we have an HDMI cable. Got a wireless remote for the Android side of things. So if you want to watch Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, all those type of applications, you can also do that through this box. Or if you want to play Android games, got a very basic, poorly put together instruction manual, if I'm being honest. And then the power cable itself. So that is it in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and check out what this thing is capable of and how the emulation performs. But before we do that, we got to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Skillshare.
Shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and all the work they do helping creators on this platform. Haven't heard of Skillshare? Well, let me educate you. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. You can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. It's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they're always rolling out new classes for you to discover, so you can stay focused and follow along with ease. Skillshare is extremely affordable with the annual subscription, and I just recently finished watching YouTube's Success, Script, Shoot, and Edit with MKBHD, and it's always been fascinating to me personally to see the creative process of others, and this class provides wonderful insight as to how you can create the most compelling content with whatever tools you have around you. No fancy or expensive equipment required. The first 1,000 people to use this link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can explore your creativity. So if you're looking to enhance your creativity, make sure you take advantage of this free trial deal.
All right, and here we have the main menu home screen. This is running Emulate. It also can dual boot into Android, of course, but we'll focus on the Emulate side of things because you bought this typically to play retro video games, so that's what you're really gonna focus on. So as you can see, we got the tiles down below of the various different systems. We got Arcade Classics, Atari, Atari Lynx, Nintendo 64, NES, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, Neo Geo Pocket, Game Gear, Mega Drive / Genesis, Sega Naomi, PlayStation Portable, all 3 Capcom Play systems, and then back to Neo Geo. So all in all, there is 5,622 games on this 32 gigabyte SD card. And to access your menu, you're just gonna hit start on your gamepad. You're gonna bring up your main menu. For most people, you're gonna wanna change a few things under the game settings. So if you want widescreen, you'll go to 16:9, but if you want the correct aspect ratio, typically you'd go back to 4:3, change it. There's all sorts of different game ratios you can change there. Video mode, also, you can also turn it on or off the smoothing. So if you really want that nice jagged edge pixel, you'll wanna mess with this. You can turn the bezels off. This is if you're, running at 4:3 aspect ratio and you like the bezels for each console on the sides there, you turn that on. Of course, max performance, you can turn that on or off if you're encountering some slowdowns and things like that. And you can also go to the per system advanced configuration. This is going to allow you to make certain changes per each system. So if you're trying to play a game and you're realizing, man, this is really buggy, slow, you can go in there and you can try to change the emulator setting that way and kind of change it to something else that way. See if you find out if you're getting any better performance that way. But other than that, that is pretty much it in a nutshell. Very straightforward. If you don't like the look of this, you can go back, you can change your UI settings, and you can change your theme. There are a couple different themes on here, but for the most part, we'll just leave it alone. And of course, you could connect to an Ethernet or a Wi-Fi network and download new updates or themes onto this to customize it even further. Whenever you're ready to play a game, you're just going to select your system. It's going to go into the menu and it's going to bring up your listing of all the games underneath that system. Here we got NES. As you can see, we got everything alphabetized on the left-hand side. We got a nice image of the game, the box art, the cartridge itself over there on the right, and then we have a brief description down the bottom right-hand corner, as well as some information of when this game actually came out. And then you simply, choose your game and get ready to go. Very easy to navigate this menu, very easy to go to and from. You can set your favorites, you can load save states. So if you're playing a game, you got to go somewhere else, save your game, come back, play it later. All the core features you're accustomed to are here. But let's go ahead and just get into the gameplay and find out how well this performs. If you've ever heard the expression, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much sums up my entire experience with this device. And it's kind of sad, really, because I don't really have any criticisms for the device itself. My criticisms and my disappointment all lie within whoever configured this SD card and the awful Emulate settings and configurations they used, because quite frankly, there is not a system on this device, or at least on this SD card, that plays without any sort of issue. I mean, all the way down to Nintendo Entertainment System plays slow, has garbled audio. Every system has an issue using the stock Emulate settings on here. Now you can go into RetroArch and you can play all these games on this SD card absolutely fine, which is quite impressive. However, for something that is supposed to be plug and play, stupid simple for people to just simply power on, plug in a controller, connect to a TV, and go, this fails considerably. In fact, the only thing it does well right out of the box is the Android side of things. So if you want to load Android games on here, piece of cake. If you want to watch Netflix and your other TV streaming applications, this will do that great. However, just right out of the box, using the stock Emulation settings and configuration, this thing performs absolutely terrible. So even at the low price of $50, it's hard to recommend to anybody out there that is looking for a plug and play solution. Now, if you don't mind getting your hands dirty, rolling up your sleeves and going into the configuration settings and making some tweaks, or if you don't mind going into RetroArch and manually selecting games that way, then this will work for you. However, if you're a plug and play solution type of person, you don't know a whole lot about the tech side of things, I would avoid this because it's really just gonna frustrate you in the long run. Anyways, that does it for this video. Hope you found the information helpful. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with your friends. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.